Alrighty, folks. So today we took a look at Breakside Salted Caramel Stout for Stout Sunday. This, of course, being the short. Lovingly brewed with salt and caramel. In a collaboration with Salt and Straw. Smooth, rich, good to the last spoonful. Okay. I'm going to guess that Salt and Straw would be a ice cream parlor. I knew there was an ABV on here somewhere. 6% was the ABV. The IBUs were 33. The SRM on this, she's a nice cherry rich mahogany, about an 80. Nothing super intense or interesting. So we start out at low 50s, and the nose is not much more than coffee. Probably a 6 out of 10 coffee-wise in strength. And she's a coffee beer at that temperature. We move her up into the higher 50s and the low 60s, 61. So we started at 55. We went to 61. She started to open up, and she started to present the caramel. She started to present the salt. Got very interesting. The coffee died off. Mouthfeel was nice. So soft palate, intradental, some leakage out into the buccals. Not a lot of tongue involvement. In the 55 to 61 range, good beer. Really, really nice. Below 55 and above 61, the wheels start to fall off. She's just basically your basic coffee beer without any of the really interesting characteristics that you got in that sweet spot. It's just the way I see them. Now, I'm not a coffee beer guy. I don't like coffee in my beer. I don't like when you over roast your malts. I think they made a mistake on this by over roasting the malts into coffee when they could have backed it off just a touch and made it chocolate salted caramel. That would have been the way I would have went. I'm not the brewmeister. They're out of Oregon, so I don't know. Maybe it leaked over from Seattle. What the hell do I know? I think they said Portland. Yeah, they're up in Portland. So okay, coffee country, man. That's why I don't live there. And it rains all the time. And again, I live in the desert where it don't rain nearly enough. Gave it a 4. I thought a 4 was fair. There could be a lot of improvements on this. I'm not the brewmeister. I assumed what they got into the can was what they were going for. If you really like coffee beers, 4.5. I've had, I hate to say this out loud, better coffee beers, and I don't like coffee beers. They're not my thing. There are better ones out there. Yeah, that's all I got for you. So let's put some eyeballs on a temp and see what we got going on here. I got 72. And 72 is going to be way outside the comfort range for a beer like this, but let's get the nose in there, see what it smells like. Out of my beer. Yeah, at this temperature, she's basically all coffee. I'm not getting any of the caramel. I'm not getting, well, I don't know if you can smell salt. I know you can taste it. Let's find out. Scroll. Thin, fast, dirty, coffee. Yeah, no. That goes to the brothers that can't be with us anymore. Not my idea of a good beer. But I don't like coffee beers, and maybe you do. In which case, if you like coffee beers, go for it. But still, it's only about a 4.5. So, thanks for coming by, putting some eyeballs on you with people you know I love you, and you want me to tell you, would I buy this again? No. Would I drink this again? No. Try it on tap? Give me a short. Hand this to me out of the cooler, I would hand it back to you. So really, really nothing interesting in my world that goes on in this beer. But again, not the brewmeister, and I'm just assuming that's what he was going for. Is what it is. All right, my friends, I will catch you on the next one. I have that much left to toast you with. I don't even like to do that with this beer, but it is what it is. Salute. Not horrible, don't get me wrong. Just not good and could be better. Again, how, out of all the flavors, do you miss chocolate salted caramel? Is what it is. Adios, my friends.